Good evening and happy Tuesday to everyone out there. It's Jovan Walker. I am the business strategist, but also tonight is a very, very, very special night. So I want you to make sure that you're sharing with your friends, sharing with your family, taking this live and sharing it to whoever you can. We're going to be talking about nonprofit organization by the name of Veronica's Way tonight. So we have um, the the founder and CEO of Veronica's Way, Mr. Crispin Booker, that will be joining in and talking to us about what the organization is about and how people can be a part of it, what all the amazing things that they're doing, and all of those great things. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring him up here so that you guys can get to know a little bit more about Veronica's Way and allow him to introduce himself as well. So here we are, Mr. Crispin Booker. So I'm so excited that you're here and able to share with us tonight. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, just kind of knowing a little bit about your work, I know you're the founder of the Veronica's Way. I know that you guys do amazing things in terms of taking tech to other countries and providing opportunities for for people and villages in other countries to have the capability of utilizing computers in their community. So I would love for you to share more about that. More importantly, what is Veronica's Way and what all do you do in particular?
First off, thank you for having me here tonight. And thank you for all of the work that we've been doing together. Um, you guys know about Javon and her company. Think about it. They've been helping me and my organization, Veronica's Way, with grant writing and strategizing, partnering with different organizations. Just a little bit about Veronica's Way. So, Veronica's Way is uh, my mission to my grandmother. My grandmother, Veronica Paul, she passed away, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to uh, find a way to honor her memory. So she was an educator in the West Indies in Grenada. Um, and for me, I'm an IT professional. So with a little bit of coaching with God and her speaking to me, I was able to create Veronica's Way. So we do a few things with Veronica's Way, but our main mission is to provide computers to the kids of the diaspora. Originally, that started with refurbished computers. I had to, the first time that this uh, came to me, I donated computers. I just spoke to everyone in my network, and I donated computers to Grenada, which is where my family is from. And I saw the hesitancy with people in giving. So I had to legitimize myself in Veronica's Way, and I made it a 501c3, which kind of springboarded everything, jumped it into action. So uh, for the first few years, we've donated computers across the Caribbean. Most recently, we've just donated uh, 10 labs to 10 different schools in Ghana, Africa. So, um, yeah, it's just, we, every time I talk about my grandmother and this work, it kind of chokes me up, but, just staying on task, it's my way to grieve. It's my way to support the kids that people are not aware of or thinking of. Giving them tools to be successful in their careers wherever they choose to take their career, but knowing how to use a computer, knowing how to um, do certain tasks, right? Because we're in a digital age right now. So being able to navigate a computer, being able to write a report or use Excel or things like that, I wanted to give children different opportunities. So we just provide them, refurbished computers for now. The goal right now that we're working on is getting brand new hardware to roll out. So we're working on that. We're working with organizations like yourself to overcome, the financial challenges of being a nonprofit. So Yeah, that's what we do. We provide computers to children all throughout the diaspora to create computer literacy programs for them.
Awesome, awesome. Love the whole mission of it. Even before it started working with you, I'm like looking at it like, what do they do that? They're going over here and really, really making a difference, making a change in lives. Like imagining not having a computer and then all of a sudden this is available to us in this particular season of life. They can start reaching out to people in different areas. So, I know that you expressed like, the beginning of why you're doing this and how it's being beneficial to some of these places. But what would you say is your overall passion as relates to Veronica's Way? And you're just talk about passion in life because a lot of passion in life has everything to do with everything that you put your hands to. So let's talk about that for a second.
So my grandmother taught me what it means to be in service at a very young age. Right? Uh, we're in Brooklyn, New York, and every first Saturday, I believe, we used to go to a men's shelter, and she would organize feedings that during that time, and she would feed your stomach, of course, but she's a woman of God. She's a spiritual Baptist leader, and she fed their spirit as well. So she prayed for them, and then she fed them. So in doing that, I learned it's bigger than me. It's always been bigger than me. I'm just one of God's children trying to do the right thing. So um, the work that I do, what I'm passionate about is twofold, right? It's um, honoring my family, like doing right by my family, making sure that they know every time that I walk out of those doors that I'm walking in my purpose and I'm walking with humility and with strength and pride, and that I care about my community. And then the second piece of it is that I care about our kids. Um, I'm passionate about really supporting our kids. It's coming from the Caribbean. Uh, I've seen what actually touched me, and it's it's funny. Like it's not funny, but during the funeral, we took my grandmother back to Grenada, and we had several nights of prayer. And the day that we were taking her to the cemetery, I'm watching these kids just playing at the side of the road. All right, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, they're gonna how can I support them, right? Like they're on the side of the road, they're playing. I'm like, but I want them to be in their books, right? I want them to like to do something uh, than just being on the side of the road at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, who's thinking about these children? I mean, their parents, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, they're teachers, but who else, right? Who else is advocating for them? And that's kind of when it struck me that like my passion is to support the children that don't have someone advocating for them, that don't have enough people advocating for them. So, um, short story, we my one of my board members and my fraternal brother, my fellowship brother. I'm a member of Group Five Group, by the way. It's a brotherhood started in 1962, and my line brother, Napoleon medalist. So he's Haitian, and we finally established Veronica's Way. And I'm like, I always wanted to go to Haiti, so let's go to Haiti. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
go to Haiti. We're gonna build computer labs in Haiti, and I meet this young man at the school, and we're talking or we're communicating with one another through the laptop that I provided at school. And he's typing his name out. I'm showing him how to type. I typed my name first. I introduced myself as Crispin. He introduced himself. And we were like communicating through the keyboard, through the screen, through the laptop, and I knew that this was my passion. I knew this was the work that I had to do. Like I'm crying, typing to him, and I'm like, this is absolutely amazing, right? Like I'm in a foreign country. I've never been to Haiti before.
Mm-hmm.
My Creole is minimal at best, And I'm like finding a way to communicate with him, and it was beautiful. And since then, it's like, all right, whatever I got to do, no matter how many hours, no how much, it doesn't matter how much money I have to spend out of my pocket. Like, I'm gonna do this across the Caribbean, through Africa. I'm gonna help these kids. Like, this is what God put me on this earth to do.
That is so beautiful. So,
Yeah,
so, so beautiful. So, I love the passion behind it. I
right.
love the drive, the recognizing it's bigger than just you. And then like feeling the effects of the work that you're doing, like
Yeah.
in real time is amazing. So when it comes to like when you go over to the countries or what have you, what are some things that you are able to get? Like, is it in terms of donations, or is it
hmm
that you guys are just directly buying these particular computers and taking them with
hmm
you? Tell us a little bit about how that goes.
So every country, every country is unique in its own right. Every country has brought its own challenges um, and victories, right? Um, I've been fortunate to work for some organizations, a couple of financial institutions that provided us computers. So every organization, they do a IT hardware refresh every few years. Some organizations they lease their computers. Some organizations throw their computers out. Soon as it's you know 3 years old, they'll chuck it. So my organization was getting ready to do that at the time, Head Serve, and said, hey, I have this organization that I'm doing on behalf of my grandmother. I have a nonprofit status, 501(c)(3) status. Um, can you donate these computers to me? They said, sure, as long as you wipe off all the hardware, all of our information. They gave them to me, and I think I got about 80 to 100 computers from HeadServe. So
Wow.
they wrote that off, and then I took that hardware to Grenada, Haiti, Jamaica. So that hardware was able to build computer labs in three different countries. So with that, I did some fundraising, had a couple of happy hours or raffles. My family, we do this food sale kind of a thing where we open up our backyard to the community and we would sell food. And we use that money to uh, ship the computers down and then buy plane tickets and purchase hotels for us to stay in. I've been lucky and been fortunate to have my fraternity brothers, my fellowship brothers, to join me on this mission. But I've been graced with some amazing volunteers over the years that has pumped in their own money to take flights, take time off of work, and to go and build these computer labs with me. So um, we haven't gotten any assistance from uh, the government of the countries that we've gone to. We reach out to them first, um, and that's that in its own right has its own challenge. But the power of social media is a real thing. I would create a flyer, or I would have somebody create a flyer for me and say, hey, we're going to this country. And I've been fortunate for someone to say, hey, I'm from that country, or I know someone from there, and they would put me in contact with a teacher or a school. I created a nomination form. I would send it to the school, and they would fill it out, send me pictures of the classroom, so I know what they're working with, the power that they're working with. And then I asked them, hey, do you know another school that wants a computer lab? And they shared the form out, and it just started bubbling from there. So um, I was fortunate to find schools that were in need, but we've made our own way, right? I haven't had any grant funding yet, which is why I found your amazing organization. So trying to find some grant funding there. So, but we've been doing it without any support. Well, let me rephrase that. We've been doing that with minimal support, because the support that we've gotten so far, everybody that's watching this video on this live, thank you for supporting us, because without you, we wouldn't have been able to do any of it. So but we know if we want to continue doing this work that we need to get some corporate dollars behind us to expand.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Just it just always so amazed to hear like the process of how you guys started it, and
Mm-hmm.
just the power of the social side of it, the power of just people having word and sharing it with others. So in this also this the fact that these organizations are willing to give up their computers or like throw away their
Mm-hmm.
computer, or instead of throwing away their computers, they are wanting to give to a cause such as this.
Yeah.
What are some other ways in which I know you say you do different feeding people in the from your backyard and all that type of
Mm-hmm.
and different happy hours. But what are some other ways in which people can support this? Because you have a really, really great mission. So what
Mm-hmm.
are some things that people can do to support?
Uh, they could donate their hard-earned money, write it off on their taxes. You could go to our website, www.veronicasway.org. They can also volunteer to go on the trips with us, or um, during the springtime, I kind of prep all the computers. So, we'd love volunteers to come and help do inventory or to learn how to build a computer. I'll train anybody on the spot on how to wipe a hard drive, how to put a computer image on it, Veronica's Way computer image on it. So, we need volunteers. We need people that want to help administratively. I'm searching for a virtual assistant uh, that is willing to work for free at the moment, and so we're able to get some dollars behind us. But yeah, whatever skill you have, please bring it to the table. If you the one thing that you could directly do right now, if you can walk into your IT department tomorrow and say, hey, I saw live and found this organization that is looking for computers. Um, what are we doing with our computers after we do a refresh? If they say, hey, we don't have a plan for it, or we're going to throw them away, hey, here's the website, here's the contact information. Please donate their computers to them. And every organization that has donated to us, they get this plaque that we put in the schoolroom, the classroom, the computer room, to say that this computer lab was donated by that organization. That's our way to honor those companies that believe in Veronica's way. And then in turn, we actually give them a plaque as well to show them solidarity at that point. So specifically, one of our largest donors, Groove by Groove, international president Amon McDougall, said, hey, we want to come in as a sponsor. And every year that Groove by Groove has sponsored a lab, we've given a plaque to the organization. And some of the largest chapters that we have across the nation, some of their names are on that plaque, and that we're looking to put on plaques in different schools.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. So hold on. You mentioned you get people can go and get donations from their organization to have it
Mm-hmm.
shipped to you guys or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can we talk about how many people that this may impact in a specific country that you worked in, or even talk about as a whole, like how many people had like the
So,
of how many people this builds some level of impact for?
so on our form, we ask the schools to put how many students they have uh, attending, and I think right now from Haiti to Jamaica to Grenada to Ghana, we've impacted about 50,000 students so far,
Awesome.
and that's not even. I don't even think that is a fully accurate number. That's just from the school itself. Some of the conversations that I've been having with the teachers and principals, they're allowing people in the community to come and learn classes, computer literacy classes. Once the school is closed, or you know, giving people of the community basic computer skills. So I can't even imagine how many people we're even impacting at this point, but at a bare minimum, what I know from the students that are attending those schools that we built our labs at, we impacted about 50,000 students thus far.
Yeah, go to the computer, the IT departments tomorrow. Like seriously, like
Yeah.
you probably have already just maybe put how many computer labs together and how many actual computers have you sent out thus far?
So we've donated over 330 computers thus far, and we've built 33 labs since 2017.
330 computers, 33
Hmm.
labs,
Hmm.
50,000 people at
Hmm.
least.
Right.
So just imagine another 20 computers, how many more people that may impact in some of these
Right.
smaller communities within
Right.
certain countries.
Right.
Y'all, go to your IT departments tomorrow. Like
Right.
seriously, it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's serious. As I'm saying this to you guys, I'm about to be reaching out to some people that I know that are working with IT companies because I know
Yeah.
they got computers, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is so key. It's so critical, but it's also so amazing that this is happening for
Yeah.
people that wouldn't have otherwise had this opportunity, right? So, with that, what where's your next mission? What are your next steps moving forward with the organization?
So thank you for asking that. I'm really excited to talk about that.
Mhm.
Um, so I, I was pushing it out to 2025, but God is telling me that that might not be. So we're going to Costa Rica. We're going to Costa Rica. I'm gonna say 2025 because that's what we scheduled for, but we just got a large donation from an organization in Atlanta. They gave us 400 laptops, and I got another large donation from an organization in New Jersey. And once once we finish all the paperwork and everything, I'll announce their names as well. But you know, my my God and my grandmother are working on our behalf right now. So we're going to Costa Rica. The plan is Costa Rica, St. Vincent, back to Grenada because my goal is to furnish the entire country with our computer labs, and then we're going to Sierra Leone. Those are our major international trips. But locally, I'm looking at putting some labs together for some community centers in Brooklyn, Harlem. Uh, we're working with something in Baltimore with you guys, and potentially North Carolina as well.
Beautiful. I love it.
Hmm.
I love it. Like it's not just only going to be internet. Well, it's international already, but it's
Hmm.
also going to be hitting home here in the United States too, um,
Absolutely.
with meeting those needs. Someone just asked the question, um, how do you choose which country to go to?
So this is part of the this is how I honor the volunteers that sacrifice their time. We chose Costa Rica because one of my travel team members, Miss Shamika, she is from Costa Rica and she advocated for her country. And I said, okay, if you can find me 6 to 8 schools, we could go. And she found me 6 to 8 schools, so we're going. And then my the I can't talk enough about this woman. Her name is Nicole Sharp. She helped me put Veronica's Way together. She helped me file for it and structure it in such a way. I'm an IT guy, so I'm figuring out the entrepreneur lifestyle, the nonprofit sector as I go. And Nicole has been uh, a blessing since Go, and she has roots in St. Vincent, so that's where that came from. My family were from Grenada and Sierra Leone. I wanted to go back to Africa again, and my fraternity brother, his wife is from there, and she advocated for Sierra Leone. So it's kind of the people that's volunteered, they've advocated for their country, and as long as the infrastructure is there and we can identify schools, we'll make it happen on my part.
Awesome, awesome. It sounds like it's relationship, right?
It is. It is.
Based off of who knows who and says like, listen, we do need a lab here or need two labs or we know that of some people in our community, or
Yeah,
family members that need it. So
yeah.
um, love, absolutely love it, absolutely love it. So all right, we got about 2, 3 more minutes, right?
Okay.
In this segment of it, I know you shared, how someone can donate or be a
Hmm.
part of it. Share some other things in terms of, some of the other benefits that it may be for people to give.
Hmm.
Benefits for me if I want to give something to you in terms of whether it's a computer or whether I'm
Hmm.
giving you, some monetary donation
Hmm.
towards it. What is the overall benefit for me outside of what I might think of? It could be.
Okay. So if you donate an entire lab, we dedicate a plaque in that room to you, your organization. If it's just you personally, we'll name the lab after you, so the students know exactly who you are. They Every school that we go to, based on the donation amount, we record personal videos, thank you videos from the students to you, the donor. Um, Again, we've had cards, we've done, we've gifted T-shirts, so they wear the same T-shirt that we wear when we go out there. So we're all in solidarity together. Um, what else? There's a tax break that you get as well when you donate. There's that piece, but a lot of it is it's really the hard work, the gift of knowing that you impacted a student's life. Um, we went to a school in Ghana, in Accra. It's in the eastern region, and the only computer in that area is the headmaster's computer. I'm talking about the entire village, right?
Wow.
Village of people.
Wow.
And we came there and we put in 10 computers. And now families are learning how to use a computer. Students are learning how to use a computer. The headmaster looked a little. He was like, "I don't know. This computer might be better than mine." I'm like, "Well, when we come back, we'll upgrade yours too." But um, like just to know that your donation, your um, wanting something for someone else, was able to give an entire village access to computers that they've never had before. And they've never, like, these students never touched a computer before until we got there.
Wow.
So it's amazing. It's amazing. And I like to be able to share that experience with others. So that's where we have that volunteer program. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So I know it's 7:30.
Hmm.
1 more minute, okay?
Sure, absolutely. I got any time for you.
All right. So I definitely want to share
Hmm.
something because you say you're just starting off in this entrepreneurship life.
Hmm.
You recognizing challenges, ups and downs, all that good stuff, right?
Hmm.
Share just like a word of wisdom for people that
Hmm.
are interested in jumping into entrepreneurship, they're interested in like building their nonprofit or their for profit, but they know that they have a great impact that they can make. What would you tell them?
So a couple of things. Um, it all starts with your why, right? I'm not sure if like that's a trendy thing, but like your why has to be strong, right? Because especially for the nonprofit world, like um, building relationships, all of that stuff, it takes time, right? It's like you're not going to get support right out the gate. You're not going to get people to believe in you right out the gate. So you're not going to have the money right out the gate. So the most important thing that you can have or lean on is your why. So it drives me, it motivates me, it keeps me pushing when I know I should be sleeping. It keeps me going for when we're in Africa and the shipping company breaks 10 computers and you have to figure out how you're going to find uh, computers to replace the computers that they broke, So it's like you find your why, you ground yourself in your why, and watch the magic happen after that. Also, build a village. Build a village. In building your village, um, don't be afraid to tell people what you're excited about, right? I know there's this conversation where it's like you don't want to share your idea because somebody will steal it or something like that. I've never operated from a scarcity mindset when it comes to that. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing. I'm going to talk about it from a place of pride and that it's done already. And in doing so, it has enrolled other people to want to be a part of what I'm doing, to sacrifice their time, to sacrifice their money, because I speak so powerfully about uh, the impact that we can have, the work that I'm doing. No one can steal what I'm doing. No, it's bigger than me. So if someone else wants to go and donate computers, to the Caribbean or to Europe or wherever, great. Let's collaborate, right? Like there's people that are in need. So I just think that once you build your village um, and you understand your why, right, you ground yourself in it, I think anything is possible. And the last thing I will share, and it's something that popped up for me during our Giving Tuesday initiative. Um, and I said this to the students in Ghana. If not you, then who, right? And if you're waiting for somebody else to do it, you're going to be waiting forever. If you're waiting for someone else to support you or to give you an idea or to even do your home, like if it's not you, then who? Like who's going to do your work? Who's going to um, execute what you are passionate about? It has to be you, right?
Mhm.
So I believe if you operate from those three places, if you have that mindset, I think anything is possible. I think you can achieve anything.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. I'm sure plenty of people got some amazing things out of that in particular. For all of those individuals, again, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out Veronica's Way. All the contact information is literally scrolling across the screen right here. Um,
Mhm.
make sure to donate. Okay,
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
be a part of the mission that is going forth. You don't necessarily have to do the work there in the other country. Your work can be done where you are right now to make sure that you are continuing to make a greater impact in many of the lives of individuals across this world. So,
Mhm.
so grateful for you, Crispin. You're doing an amazing work. Love that you love what you're doing. Love the passion about behind it, and love what you're showing us as it relates to moving forward with the passion and moving forward to build a greater impact in other people's lives and just seeing it all the way through. So, congratulations to you for all of your work and all the
Thank
things
you.
you have going on currently and what you'll be doing in the future too. So, uh, once again, thank you for joining in.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank you
for
for
allowing
having me.
me to interview. And for those of you who are interested in being a part of a business spotlight, please, please, please go to info at thinkaboutitllc.com and have in the subject line business spotlight, and we'll send you the right information there. Once again, thank you all for joining. I'm Jovan Walker. Just talked to Mr. Christian Booker, and we will be talking to you soon. In the meantime, have an amazing rest of your evening.
You too. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.